Hi, I'm Chuck, KK6USY, and this is Ham Radio Ventures. Today we're going to look at a starting battery made by Marxon, M-A-R-X-O-N. And this is an AGM battery. Now AGM stands for Absorbent Gas Mat. It's a different way of making a lead acid battery, and it has a few advantages, and the real only disadvantages is the cost. It costs a little bit more, but that is offset by the life expectancy of the battery. It's 2 times longer sometimes, so not a bad deal. AGM batteries provide better cycling times and charge faster than a regular lead acid battery, and they also don't do the off-gassing like a regular gas battery, and they're pretty much spill-proof. Not totally spill-proof, but pretty good, which makes them good for your off-road vehicles. And a lot of people have gone to AGMs for their off-road vehicles just to be more environmentally safe. AGM batteries also resist freezing, and like I said earlier, they last about 2 times longer, or up to 2 times longer than a regular lead acid battery, as long as it's taken care of right, maintained correctly. The battery did come with a nice little booklet, and it covers all their flooded EFB and AGM batteries. But so you have to choose in what you're reading about. But they are slightly lighter than a regular lead acid battery because of the way they're made, but it's not a huge difference. It's a heavy battery, guys. Let's see what it says it weighs. Yeah, it says about 48.5 pounds. And this is like a pretty good sized battery. It's 780 cranking amps. And it's also a 70 amp hour. Now, we're going to test this, but you can't test this like an RV type battery because it's not a deep cycle battery. It's a starting battery. It's made to get that fast jolt to get your car or vehicle started fast. I'll show you a nice little picture of it and what it looks like, and then we'll check it out to see how this thing performs. Okay, this is the Marxon AGM L70. It's 12 volt, 70 amp hour AGM battery. It did come with the covers for these. Okay, I just took them off. Now, it has these nice how these handles fold down, but unless you're going to carry with 2 hands, it's kind of not the greatest handle. I do like it as far as it does fold out of the way for putting the battery into different types of cars and vehicles have different ways of strapping the battery down or tying the battery down. This one seems to have stuff down here for it also, all the way around the battery on all 4 sides. The case seems really nice. This is a heavy battery, guys. It says 36-month free replacement, and I would just say if you order one of these things, a lot of times Amazon will give you the chance of coming in the box. It displays what's in the container. I always opt for the cover it with another Amazon box. For 2, it helps protect things. So we're going to do a voltage check. See what the battery came with. So positive side, negative side. We are at 12.89. So what I'm going to do is, I've got a good charger. Now, when you charge an AGM battery, you need to charge it with the correct type of charger. I do have one that will cover AGMs. It covers pretty much everything. And that is the Victron charger here. And it covers all types of batteries. So I'll take this all the way up to storage or float. That way I know it has a full charge, 100%, and then we'll start the test. So I have this load tester. This is what we're going to use to test the battery. We're going to put like 7 amps into it, and I'm only going to take it to 50%, so somewhere around 35 amp hours. Lead acid, AGM is a lead acid battery. They're not supposed to go below 50%. And this is not even a RV battery, so I'm kind of pushing it going that far. I may only go to 30 amp hours. Alright, so I completed the charge on the battery. So it should be fully charged now. Let's just see what we get. 13.57. Alright, so that should be fully charged. So we're going to pick AGM. I don't know if you guys can see that there. It's blank in there, so enter. And then we're going to cold cranking amps. We're going to push enter. And the cold cranking amps on this are 760. Alright, 760. Enter. And now it does a test. It says 100% charge. So it looks good. Tell us we have a fully charged battery. Okay, let me set up the tester now. Okay, so I have it hooked up. I'm going to move you guys up so you can see the board on this. So everything's turned off right now. We have 13.4 volts. I need to, looks like it's already clear, but I'm going to clear it again. Okay, then we're going to go through it first here. Okay, it's set for 12.3 volts to let me know that it gets to there and to cut off. Like I said, I don't want to ruin this battery. These aren't made to run down like an RV battery. Alright, so back to English and back to this one here. So now we're going to dial this. We're going to take, we're going to put 7 amps into it, or we're going to draw 7 amps out of it, and that should be a 0.1 C discharge rate. So here we go. Just slowly turn this up. We're at 6.4. Okay, now this is the fine tuning here. I'm going to get as close to 7 as I can, guys. There we go, 7.1. That's close. It's already down to 12.9, and that's typical with these type of batteries. And so we're going to let this thing go. And if you can see this, it's 0.06 right now on the amp hours. We're 12.8 volts, almost 9 now. We're around almost 90 watts, 89.3. The bottom one here is your watt hours. And then here's your amp hours over here. And this is your time. Alright, I just want to make sure I got that correct. Okay, so it's been, what, an hour and 10 minutes. We are at 8.17 or 8.18 amp hours. 87 watts, 87.76 watts still. 103 watt hours. And we're at 12.5 volts. And it goes between 6.9 to 701, so pretty much 7 amps at a time there. So it looks like it's going pretty good. I may have set my voltage a little too high. I meant to set it at 12.2 instead of 12.3, but I hit too many buttons, hit too many times. But we'll go with that and just see what it comes out at. Like I said, I don't want to ruin this battery. It's not made to run past 50% anyhow, but as long as we get close to 50%, that should be a pretty good indication that it's a decent battery. Alright, so right now we're at 3 hours and 34 minutes. And we just turned 25 amp hours. Still at 85 watts. We're at 12.1, 12.2 on the volts. And 311, almost 312 watt hours. So we're almost there. So it's going to pass pretty good because I'm not going to take it to 0 for sure. So. Okay, so we're at 4 hours and 2 minutes, 28.28 amp hours, and 351 watt hours, 0.60. And we're still at 12.1, and we're still taking 7 amps down right now. I think I'm going to stop it here because this would be pretty good for, like, if you're out say you're in your vehicle and you've been listening to the radio all day. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on that battery tester again and see how it tests out. So let me stop this now. And like I said, we're almost 30 amp hours, so that's almost half. All right. All right. Let's just see what our resting voltage is now. Taking the load off. So this would be like if you left your lights on and you just let your car set with nothing else on. So we're up back to 12.4. So, and it will probably recover from that even more as it sets. Maybe not a whole lot more, but some. Okay, well, this is nice. This thing remembered what we were at last time. So, looks like I don't want to reset. I've only used this thing once, guys. So we're just going to click everything. We're going to push enter, enter, enter. That looks like that worked. Now see, it says now it's still showing 100% charge that's because of the voltage, guys. We know that's not totally true because we use 28 amp hours out of it, but because the voltage is high, it's still showing that it's 100%. So I said this battery is doing pretty well. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's kind of hard to test a battery like this because most of the time I would be checking for how long it would last, like hooking up an AC refrigerator or something else to it. But this is a starting battery, and not to get confused with an RV type battery. And I will have to say that Marxon sent this battery to me in return for the review and video of their battery. All the thoughts are my own, and they didn't tell me what to say or didn't look at my video beforehand or anything else. So it's all my own opinions, guys. If you did like the video, please hit the like. And if you're new here, hit the sub button and the bell. Hit all. That way you'll get all my future videos. I'm Chuck, KK6USY for Ham Radio Ventures. Thank you for watching and spending your valuable time with me. 73 all, and hope to catch you on the airwaves.